Coming up this time on Sailing Cedar McClyde, we leave Flynn Cove in Icy Strait, and while the wind is a bit light, we experience a ton of wildlife that keeps us entertained. Once the wind does come up, it comes in the form of lots of squalls, followed by calm, followed by more squalls. It keeps us on our toes for the day. After a really long day, we reach a nice little anchorage near Juneau, and the next day we get to sail alongside some fellow sailors as we head towards Juneau. Fickle winds and adverse currents have us motoring pretty much the whole way to Juneau, but we're happy to arrive with a few days to spare to tidy the boat up before we both head south. Thanks so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you hit subscribe so you see the next one that's coming up. We're underway out of Flynn Cove. On our way out, we did a little bit of fishing and I caught a nice looking greenling. And now we have kind of a southeasterly breeze and we're pointed right where we want to go, close hauled. Little showers, the wind is freshening a little bit, so hopefully we make some good distance in the next little while here. But it's a really nice morning. We're getting an early start. It's around 7:30, 7:45, which is kind of early for us somehow, but we're doing good now. This sea lion started following us and kept doing so for quite a while. I'm pretty sure it was smelling the fish that we had sitting in the dinghy, and it actually almost tried to hop in a couple times. I know you got some. That's here. Here's our mid-morning sailing report. As you can see, it's a little glassy out, but we are still moving, sort of. Trying to fish a little bit. I'm gonna do some video editing while Alex entertains himself with the art of salmon fishing for novices like us. It usually doesn't result in many salmon, but we try. Oh yeah, right there. Whoa. So that was very cool. An orca and two dall porpoise, or three Dall's porpoise came by. And at first I thought we were gonna see a hunt and the Dall's porpoise were gonna come and try and hide on the hull, but clearly they were cruising along with the orca, so that would mean it's a resident and a salmon eater. There's a few up ahead here, so we might have a bit more to see yet. I read in John Ford's Marine Mammals of the BC Coast, or Pacific Northwest, that Dall's porpoise are known to associate with resident orcas, with the salmon-eating orcas, so I guess we just saw a little evidence of that. Well, I'm doing some editing here, and now we're starting to get a real sweet breeze. Alex is leading the way here on the helm and keeping us going in the right direction. There's Alex all suited up for the chilly weather here in Icy Strait. But this is just brilliant. Flat water, nice little breeze just come up. We're buzzing along right where we want to go pretty much, which we don't get too often, so we're gonna just soak this in and enjoy it as long as it lasts. Icy Strait keeping us on our toes. It's been all over the place and getting our first kind of stronger gust at the moment. But hey, we're still going at a pretty okay angle. Not quite as good, but we'll take it. We've made some pretty good ground already. 10 miles already. That's real nice. So there was just a big gust that sent us way over the proper railings and side deck of the water. So I just decided to drop the main. I didn't want to know if there's going to be any more of those gusts. And I rolled in some jib, but we're cruising along pretty good here still. We'll see what happens with the squall. Well, the wind sure kept us on our toes in this day in Icy Strait, going from calm to squalls, back and forth. The wildlife really kept us entertained throughout the day with all kinds of humpback whales, orcas, and these Dall's porpoises too. We're by the Sisters near Juneau, near Swanson Harbor, Icy Strait, Chatham Strait kind of area. And we got some funky wind, probably a little current messing with us, but check out this sweet tack we just did. Yeah, that is some squirrely wind and current. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure I go nice and far on this one so we get past the Sisters. That was ridiculous. Icy Strait was hesitant to let us go, just as we were getting near, just passing Swanson Harbor and Rocky Island. The wind went totally calm for just a second, then shifted, and it was making it so we had to tack to get past the point after we were on like a broad reach or something, and thought we were giving it tons of room. Anyways, that didn't last too long. We kind of mucked around there for a half hour, and then the wind came up pretty strong, sort of southeast, even just east, and now we're beam reaching it up towards Point Retreat. And we got about 12 miles to go there. We're going 6 knots, so we'll hope this will hang on, and we're gonna end up making lots of miles today. Up to Point Retreat. Just had a humpback surface real close to us, but we're going wing on wing. A little current against us I think right now, but soon it should be in our favor, and certainly once we get around Point Retreat it will be, and then the wind will be on our nose. But this has been really nice to have a solid run. It'll be I think 12 or 13 miles in the end that we had this run, so we'll soak it in while we can, and then we'll be doing some tacks, and we have about 10 or 12 miles to our anchorage that we're aiming for tonight, just south of Humpback Bay, called Colt Island or something. Well, all good runs must come to an end. We're coming up to Point Retreat behind me, and we're gonna have to turn into it. We're hoping there's some kind of easterly or magical, like, northerly. Who knows? I don't think we're gonna get that. But the winds are pretty moderate right now, which is good. We don't really feel like smashing into 20 knots. So that said, down near where we're going, about 7 miles south of there, Squalls Island area, the forecasted wind is up to 25 knots, 20 knots for Steven Passage in general. So we just rounded Point Retreat, and I'm looking down towards Juneau now, and the angle is actually pretty good so far. It looks like we're going to be able to, I don't even think I have to be close hauled right now. I might go sheet things out a little bit. Looks pretty good though. Point Barlow ahead, cutting a corner here. That's this reef I thought I was going to have to go around, so this is pretty nice. About a mile out of our last anchorage of the trip, at least while Alex is here and before I head south. We're heading to Juneau tomorrow, but we had a great day, 50 miles, just short of 50 miles today. So we're heading into this place just beside Colt Island and Horse Island, and we got 30 miles left to get to Juneau tomorrow. Pretty sweet day, lots of huffing and puffing coming through this channel here, reefing, taking the reefs out, back and forth. But we made it without touching the engine since we left this morning at 7 a.m. or so. So yeah, great day. It's about 10:30 and we just anchored up here by Colt Island, and gonna have some whiskey and go to bed. It was a long day, but we made a lot of great progress, and now we're only 30 miles from Juneau, so we have a whole extra day to spare to put the boat away when we get into Juneau and maybe even look around town a bit. So a sailboat came cruising by just a moment ago and yelled, "Do you guys have a toothbrush?" And in fact I did. So they came alongside, some nice folks from Sailing Kalia. They're up here in Alaska right now, cruising around, and then heading to Mexico later in the summer. And they rewarded us handsomely with some essential things that we were really lacking on, including 4 beers. We didn't have any, so we can have a beer when we come into the docks in Juneau. We haven't had a beer for like a week or more now, and some nice homemade brownies. So thanks, Sailing Kalia. That was a pretty sweet trade. I'll trade a toothbrush for 4 beers and brownies any day of the week. We are underway out of Colt Island Anchorage. Bunch of little cabins there. There looks like a kind of a lodge, kind of cool spot. Worked quite well with the southerly weather we had last night. It was flat calm, just little ripples in there. And we are heading into Stevens Passage, and after this short but enjoyable run out of the anchorage here with current in our favor, we are going to go close hauled with current supposed to be in our favor, but it seems like it might be against us. Reportedly there's ebbs that might just continue that don't actually turn to floods, so we will go see what we get. Do I say that at the end of every clip? We'll go see what we get. We'll take it as it comes. Yeah, I think that's the thing I'm saying these days. Instead of here we are, that was my old one. Anyways, there you go. Alex looking at things. What's he looking at? I don't see him. Okay, we rounded the marker and we are close hauled now, getting ready for a beat up Stevens Passage. Solid chance it'll be easterly as we round that corner, and we'll just keep on beating, but we might also get some southerly and beam reach action. So let's go check out stuff. The current, I think, is still messing with us a little bit, but I think it's getting a little less, and we've got a bit more of a breeze here. It's easterly, it looks like, so we will tack on into it, and hopefully it increases a bit and we start making better ground. But there's wind and we're sailing, and we're not just going backwards. So. They're Sailing Kalia catching up with us, though I think we're both not making any actual progress forward. Check out this line right here. Oh, we're actually going backwards now. Even though we're going 3.3 knots, it's not going in the direction we need to go. There's Kalia. We got a YouTube channel, Sailing Kalia. And we're both being beat by the wind right now because we're actually made 0 progress on that tack. But hopefully the wind will come up. I don't think it will at this rate. But they admitted that, yeah, we might all motor soon, so we'll see who holds out longest. The battle with the current continues. We're motoring now 3.8 knots. Usually we go 5.5. That's pretty harsh, but we stopped for a little jigging for what we thought we were hoping for halibut or ling or something. But very surprisingly, we caught this nice pink salmon. Yeah. That's gonna be pretty nice for a few days here for barbecue and whatnot. So that's a nice, real nice surprise. I didn't expect that at all. So it's June 12th. The first banana update was 9th, and I just gave it away. We're doing another banana update here. Do you guys see that? The yellow on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack one open and see if there's any improved flavor in these bananas we bought in Ketchikan on May 24th. So conventional wisdom would say this banana is definitely not ripe. We have had a couple surprises where there's been a little hint of yellow and it's actually tasted, you know, not terrible. So let's see if this one is any different. All right, as you can see, this one actually opened kind of like a banana should. So I'm just gonna dig in to see how it tastes. You know, not bad. There's no crunch to this one. I'm even going in for a second bite. We got ourselves a edible banana here without the aid of cooking and rum and butter and stuff. I'm banking. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the camera down and enjoy this banana. So yeah, banana update out. We've got a couple left here yet. These ones have hints of yellow. There is hope that we're not gonna be having to waste these Ecuadorian bananas that we bought in Ketchikan, May 24th, and we're June 12th. So the ripening process has been slow, not quite a month, but you know, doing okay. We've just turned the corner into Juneau Channel, which leads up to Juneau, about 8 miles ahead. It's sort of the cruise ship highway, so we gotta watch ourselves front and back for them to pop as they pop up. They'll do security calls so we can hear when they're departing the docks anyways, and perhaps turning in here. So we'll keep an ear out for them. But there's a little wind line up ahead. Probably not a whole lot of current against us, maybe a half a knot or something. So we're hoping we're gonna get to sail the last stretch here. We'll see what it does. We'll see if it's just cruel and it's northerly, but I'm gonna bet it's southerly and we can enjoy this last bit here. It has been a very boring Motorfest day, but we needed to get into town, so we just had to do it. This is by far our longest motor day. I think 5 hours. We'll end up motoring, maybe even 6. Ugh. Okay, so we arrived in Juneau. We're tied up at the Douglas Harbor floats. Couldn't get a hold of the harbor master, so we just assumed that was the best spot to go, because I heard it might be where they end up putting me anyways. So we're just wandering around town. We're gonna grab a couple beers, have some of that salmon. Alex is still wearing his sailing stuff.
That's all we got.
That's all he's got. I guess I packed a lot heavier. Oh, that's a cool old Toyota. I think it's like an old Corolla or something. Classic wagon. Sweet. Anyways, so we're gonna spend the next couple of days tying the boat up, and that's about it. And then Alex flies out on the 14th, and I fly out on the 15th. So here's some all bullshit, no sailing stuff. Ice cream, first time in like a month and a bit. Alex got some chocolate because we've been out of chocolate. And we're just walking around Douglas. All bullshit, no sailing in this clip. Oh yeah, oh there's whales, there's orcas right over there. See them? Yeah. Got in touch with the harbor master for Juneau, and they've assigned us a slip down at the Aurora Harbor, so we're gonna move from Douglas, where we spent a nice peaceful night here. It was really calm, really quiet, but Aurora Harbor is gonna be better anyways, so we're pretty happy we get to go down there. We left the Douglas Harbor and we're going to Aurora Basin now, right close to downtown Juneau, where we're gonna lay up the boat for a month that I might need. And yeah, so we're just gonna go under the Douglas Bridge here. It might be a little bit of a tricky docking because we're gonna do a starboard tie, which requires me to reverse in. But just passing the cruise ship zone here, which I think coincides with downtown. There's one big carnival cruise or something. But that's it right now. It's kind of quiet. Looks so scary. Oh my god. There's like, yeah, what, 10 feet? 20? I don't know.
Looks like 2 lights here.
We just arrived at Aurora Basin, and yeah, reversed in. It went really well. And then Alex had the good idea that, oh, we can just park the boat right where it's going to live, and then Davis have the dinghy hanging over the dock here, and we were going to unload it anyway. So that saves us hauling it up. We got all the crap in it already. Don't have to haul it out of the dinghy. And yeah, great idea, Alex. That's great. And we can deal with the hydro rain back here. Maybe even the Johnson too. So pretty handy. But it went super well. I was like fretting about reversing in, but I feel like sometimes when you're reversing, it's kind of just luck. Maybe I had a little luck there. It went really nice though. It just came perfectly in. There's lots of like nice little fenders in the dock too, like right at the ends and stuff, these rubber things. So
kind of made me feel a little better than some docks I've come into where there's cement or some shit. Anyways, so we are tied up, and that was it. That's the first part of the trip done.
Coming up next time on Sailing Cedar McClyde, Alex heads south to start a new job, and I soon follow to take a little break from the boat and take care of some stuff down in British Columbia. Upon return, I quickly set sail south for some solo sailing down to Petersburg, where I meet up with my next crew. While the wind was generally light, it was enough to get me down to Tracy Arm without having to use the engine. I anchor at the mouth of Tracy Arm and spend a few days marveling at the huge mountains and icebergs floating all over the place. Thanks so much for watching, and if you're enjoying this series, make sure you hit subscribe so you see all the next ones coming up. Bye for now!